Well, anything else? You're on.
All right. Thank you. And thank you so very much for coming. Good morning. So today's topic is conversational intelligence. Healthy conversations drive business success. And even though Jim said, I will be your presenter, I really don't want to be your presenter because I want to have a conversation with you, because the best way to practice and talk about conversational intelligence is actually to have conversations, right? So my first question is to you. Let's recap for a minute. Why did you join ITB? Pardon me? Jim told you to. Okay, he told you. Okay, all right. What else? Artie?
Net weaving experience.
Net weaving experience. Giving and taking from each other. What else? Yes, Jeff?
A great conversation with Jim at Bagel Shop 6 months ago. Stop and shop, it's just, a good conversation.
Having good conversations, learning from Jim. Okay, what else, Leslie?
Familiarity with this resource to refer to other people that I'm networking with, where this needs the environment with their time.
Yeah, so being a resource for your clients. Okay, what else? To expand your network of professional contacts. Okay, so again, that you can be a resource, but then also that you can bring them in when you're working with somebody. What else?
I was intrigued with freelance consulting. About a year ago,
Freelance consulting, okay. So getting inspiration there. Okay, and learning more.
To share best practices.
To share best practices
As a freelancer.
as a freelancer and learn from each other. Yes, Bill?
gaining perspective and education on other disciplines.
Getting perspectives, really broadening your horizon. Okay. And I went to what the survey, I went into the survey that Jim had at the beginning of the year, and these were the comments that came up. Again, you talked about it, business development and referrals. Joint marketing initiatives was another one, really to go together into a company and help clients. Collaboration with other IT partners and learning from each other, providing further resources for our clients and expanding the network. And then also one was formal and specific consulting training or freelance training. So here's my question. What do they all have in common?
I want to develop.
Wanting to develop. Okay, what else?
They require you to converse with one another, to communicate with each other.
They require you to have conversations with each other. Right. Thank you, Don. Right. Next question.
Someone get their homework.
He went. Right. Next question. What do your customers want? Why do they hire you? They're in pain? Okay. So what is it that they want instead? They want relief from their pain. Okay. What else is it that they want? They want solutions. What kind of solutions do they want? Right. So they want solutions to get to the next level of success. Okay. What else?
They've
Jeff?
got big goals that, that they've got, they're responsible to. It's all on their shoulders. And maybe you don't get
Transparency.
They want transparency. Say more about that.
Well, and providing solutions to their problems, they want to work with people who are transparent about how they operate. Or operating
Okay. All right. Yes.
Objectivity,
Honesty. Is that what?
separating themselves from peer groups to get to the authority of it.
Is that what your customers want?
Yeah, I think they want knowledge.
Okay.
They want it to be educated.
Yeah.
They expect forthrightness from third parties.
But then what will that knowledge give them?
The power and confidence to make good decisions.
Okay. All right. Yes, Artie.
in keeping with the program, I think they want to be understood. They want to be heard.
Okay. All right, what about you,
Well,
Mark?
I think
Next.
that sometimes they just want to hear what they want to hear. They want affirmation for what they were already planning, but they want somebody else who is deemed as being the expert to come in with that perspective.
Yeah. Yes, Eric.
Following on that, I think it's organizations, people who have founded organizations seem to want to have a trusted advisor, fresh eyes.
Yeah.
They want someone else that they can trust
Mm-hmm.
to make good decisions.
Right. They want to trust an advisor. But think about it like this. All of the things that you said are correct, but they are really only halfway to what they really want. Because in the end, what they want is strong and long-term relationships with their customers who ask for repeated business and send them referral business. Another thing that they want is a strong and consistent staff performance. So again, that when their customers are being served, they send them more business. All of that leads to higher profitability, and then eventually they probably want to get out of it and do some exit planning with David and Bob and want to get paid, right? All roads lead to David. That's why he's right there in the middle. No, you did not. But again, my question is, what do all of these desires have in common? Pardon me?
They require communication.
They require communication. Everything happens through conversations. I always say life is a series of conversations, and the quality of our conversations determine the quality of our lives. Think about it. The conversation that you had with the ladies, the girls that you dated, when it was good, it led to marriage. When it went bad, you got rid of her, right? Or they were right, or the other way around, right? But think about it, I mean, your first job, what did it start with? Your first job, when you got your first job, or any job, what do they start with? With interview. What are interviews? Conversations, right? And the quality of the interview determined whether you're going to get the job or whether you did not get the job. The same thing is, think about it. To get into ITB, what did you have to have? Conversation, right? Having the initial contact with a customer, what is it? It's a conversation. Everything happens through conversations. And really, if you want to get up the quality of your business, if you want to get up the quality of your life, where you want to start is with your conversations. And that's what I'm here about. So my objectives are, first is to introduce you to a methodology called Conversational Intelligence, which is something that really combines neuroscience and new conversational rituals to make your conversations better than what they currently are. It's what you're already doing is good. It's really now to upgrade it a little bit. And then I want to create some awareness on some common communication mistakes. Even some communication mistakes or communication rituals that we are doing that we think really work, but in the end, they are not as effective as we think they are. I want to make the connection between health and communication, because think about it. How many people do you know who are constantly sick, who have autoimmune diseases, who have to get bypasses, who have strokes? I mean, the way we communicate has a direct impact to our health. And I'm going to show you today what healthy conversations do in our body and also what unhealthy conversations do in our body. And then the last thing is I want to introduce you to the 3 levels of conversations. And again, what I want this to be is really more a conversation with you. So in other words, if you have some questions while I'm talking, please ask, don't wait until the end. If you have something to share, raise your hand. I really want to learn from you, and I want you to learn from me. This is a collaboration of all of us, so that we all come out here knowing more and helping each other. Because in the end, that is really what it's all about, right? So how do conversations matter? What % of your time are you in conversations during your regular working hours? What do you think? How much? How much time of in your working day, do you spend communicating with people? And it can be via email as well as on the phone. How much? 75%, okay. 90%, okay. No, this is just with other people, but you have a good point because we have two types of conversations, yes. So 75, 90, 50, okay. Even though you are in communications, right? Pardon me?
Work you do in preparation for it.
Preparation work, okay. Now let me ask you this, what % of conversation do you think miss the mark?
0.
0?
I think it's a lot because you got to make sure you're speaking the same language a lot of times, and I think we've all experienced this. Someone will tell you that they want something, but if you really look at their history and their actions, what they're saying they want doesn't match.
Yeah.
And so that's why you got to really discern and have that understanding of when you say a word or use a certain phrase or something like that, that you're both meaning in the same ballpark.
Right.
Sometimes they're so far apart.
Yeah. So what do you think? What's the percent?
I would guess 30-40%.
30, 40%?
Yeah, and I think it's because quite often people are busy thinking about what they're going to say next versus just actively listening.
Yeah. It's actually 9 out of 10 conversations that hit the mark. And that is the source by Judith glazier. And she is the one who created this methodology of conversational intelligence. Now, what she has done, and she was an anthropologist, she was an organizational development consultant, and she was also a coach, and she was in business for 40 years. And what she has done is she took conversations, she recorded conversations in the companies that she worked with. She listened into conversations. She deconstructed the conversations that her clients had with their team members. And then she interviewed people to find out what they walked away with. Yes, Max?
Clearly this is an average or a generalization. Did she identify who were the better communicators and who scored better than 9 out of 10?
Not that I know of.
Whether it was a certain level or a certain type of person?
No, I don't, not that I know of, but I do know that she worked mainly with the top executive level. So I could imagine that probably this is where she started out. And again, she really then, through conversations then and interviews and feedback forms, she wanted to find out, did people walk away with the same reality? So even though they agreed on something, when she asked them specific questions, did they all walk away with the same agreement, or did they have different interpretations? You know, did somebody hold back in a conversation because they were intimidated, or maybe they did not have trust with somebody, and because of that, the conversation did not go into the direction and created the kind of outcome they had intended for it. And so out of that, yes, Audie?
Speech has different interpretations, especially with different ethnicities and different nationalities. I know from my personal experience working in Asia and Singapore in particular, you know, after negotiations of days, a final yes doesn't mean yes, it just means I hear you. Yeah.
And therefore, it is really important, and that was actually is a good point that you're making, because one of the tools or habits that she recommends and that she started out with is called double clicking. Meaning, just like when you double click on a folder to open up what is in the folder, you double click on an answer. So in other words, if somebody says, yes, we are going to do that, to say, can you say more about what yes means to you?